So I did a really powerful exercise with my therapist today, and I want to share it with you today and today. And I want to kind of just move through it in my own way as well now that I have done it, and I want to kind of talk about it. So let's do it. So Arlo and I are sitting here in the middle of the road because there are dogs over there and he's not really listening. So I'm going to hold him while we record this. But the session today was good. And you guys know, if you've been watching my videos, I've been a little on and off about how I feel about doing therapy. But I found someone who is able to guide me well. And I'm starting to feel more and more safe with her in regards to not trying to limit my thought processes and the ways that I see the world and spirituality and whatnot, because I've experienced that in therapy before. But she's a hypnotherapist and is qualified to speak about health and things like that, so that has been very, very nice. So we've been talking about the pressure that is stay here that is in my head. So I have some pressure in my sinuses and adenoids, I would think, and it causes eustachian tube dysfunction. And it seems to maybe be because of mast cell activation syndrome, but really it's just what I know to be true is it's emotions stored in the body. And so we did the body work, the somatic work of going into it and bringing the attention to it and giving it a voice. And so that's one thing you can do, where you just focus inward, like bringing awareness to your body, doing like a quick mindful meditation, and then bringing awareness to specifically where you're feeling tension or pain. And then asking, like, what does it feel like? So for me, it feels like a lot of pressure. It feels like being stuck and trapped, and like there are no answers. So no one's listening, and I can't be heard. And so I went to a memory where I felt like that and just kind of sat with it. And very interesting things came out with it. I've done it many, many times before, but this time it was expressed in a different way, which was great. And so I think that it's important to keep revisiting if you still have the same tension, or just to visit any kind of new tension that comes so that it doesn't develop further. But additionally, I think it's very important to acknowledge that just because it's taken a long time to heal doesn't mean that the solution has to be really hard or challenging or take a lot of time. The solution might be very simple, and it might be a matter of letting go of an emotion, a thought, a belief, a feeling, and then all of a sudden you have miraculous healing. Or not. Whatever it is, just allow it to be what it is without any ideas of what it is going to be. And so for me, what was really helpful today was we were going into this pressure, this tension, and she was like, okay, now imagine a valve and opening up that valve. And so for me, because I'm living on a farm in Italy and there's a lot of valves, I'm constantly opening hose valves, I knew exactly which one to visualize. It was very, very clear. And I opened it up, and she also mentioned, well, you have the key now. And so if sometimes the valve wouldn't open, there was a little spot on the top for the key. And I do have the key because I found that, the answers are within me. It's something that I have to move through and let go and learn in order to heal. And so if the valve wouldn't open, I would use the key and then it would open. And then I would watch whatever it was, the intention would be pressure. I would watch the pressure being released, and I would actually start to feel a noticeable bit of the pressure and tension releasing. And then I went into it further on my own later, and I was releasing things further. I was releasing any kind of toxin. I was releasing any kind of parasite, any kind of bacteria, fungi, resentment, any kind of tension within my muscles, any kind of, what else was I releasing? I think those were the main ones. Parasites, toxins, bacteria, fungi, viruses, tension, pain, any kind of stored emotion within the body, PTSD, anything like that. And watching it just all release. And so now I've been feeling interesting things, like different symptoms within my body that I can tell are kind of like detoxy symptoms. So then you can also go ahead and use your free will And you can say, I choose for this process to be done with ease and grace. I choose for this to be a process that I don't feel physically. I choose for this to be an instantaneous process. I choose to be downloaded with the messages and the lessons that are needed to be learned from these experiences, these conditions, these pathogens, these toxins, whatever it is. I choose to be downloaded with the lesson needed, and I choose for it to be done. I choose for everything to be broken down into adamantine particles and to be dispersed back into the highest truth, into source energy. Thank you, and so it is. So I was just sitting in the creek that Arlo and I go to here, and I was saying those intentions. I was calling for my angels and guides. I was saying, what messages do you have for me? And I have a guide who helps me walk through portals. Like, we'll create a portal and we will walk through it together. And so sometimes he chooses for me and he kind of tells me what it is, and I say, okay, if it's for my highest good, I choose to walk through it. And then if I don't really see myself fully walking through it, I'll say I let go of whatever it is holding me back from walking through this, if it's for my highest good. And then I'll walk through, and I always have the intention that Arlo comes with me, but I know that he will anyways, And it was interesting. We went through a few portals today, and then Arlo, every time we would go through one, Arlo would be like looking around, like as if there were new colors or things in the air, and I was like, what do you see? So it was very, very cool. So anyway, if you are feeling some tension, some pressure, some pain, I think pain was another one, another valve, just creating a valve and watching in a meditation as you open it and choose to let it go. And if it's not letting go, remember that you have the key, and try using the key and see what happens. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new here, leave a comment. If you feel called to do so, you can say hello to Arlo, or long live Ladybug and her family and friends, or whatever you want. And if you want to join one of my programs, I have 21 days to rewire your mind, 21 days to know your divine guidance, and I have one-on-one options as well. So I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye. Lastly, actually, I'm back. Let me make sure. Okay. So we are raising money for the other 4 horses that Ladybug came with, same owner. And what was I going to say? Oh, we made 4 videos on the horses yesterday. So in the GoFundMe link, if you want to watch the videos from the farm owner here on the story of each horse, you can go ahead and do that as well. Tomorrow, hopefully when it's a little less hot, I'm going to go out there and talk with the horses as well, so you guys can meet them on my channel. But thank you for donating. We are almost at 2,000 of the 10,000 that we need. So I'm super, super excited, super grateful. Stop, Arlo. And that's my last message for today. So thank you for donating if you feel called to do so, and I'll see you tomorrow.